Who Don't Know, it's with Topham. I am your host, Topham. Today with me I have JustSean, or Sean, off of the Rooster Teeth website. How's it going?
I've got pizza.
So, pretty good, I guess.
Yes, much good. Very good. Wow.
Oh dear, just no. So, let's get started. What is a song that you've had free choice over to choose from? What song do you enjoy listening to?
Well, free choice. There's so many songs. I just want to say, there's a lot of songs to choose from in the wide song world of Sean Ellis. I mean, if you look at my iTunes, it's very diverse. So I've tried to be diverse in this selection, but my first choice was Earthwalkers by In Heart's Wake. And
cool. Is that a new album?
It's the
new track from the new album?
Yes, the kind of like the second intro-ish track on the album. They start off, track number one's like a sort of like not techno, but like an electronic build-up, and then like it just cuts in, and they do some good panning at the start. Like you hear it like one guitar in the right ear, then in the left ear, and then it just like punches right in, and it's so good. I love In Heart's Wake. I didn't know them like as well as I do now. Well, I'd say I know them, but they are very good on their social media accounts. But I went to see The Amity Affliction, another Australian hardcore band, back in September or October of last year, and they were the main support, and they fucking blew me away. Not only like physically, but metaphorically, because their sound is so huge. I think it's just a great track, and it really sums up their sound, and really just kicks off the album with like a punch to the dick.
Fair enough. So it's like an all-encapsulating track that they've put out. Just like, this is the one that we're going to get you to draw you into the to our band.
I guess, because they've had a lot out. They've got a song which is full scream. It's called Survival of their last album, Divination. They have like one which is more lighter and more melodic in the guitars, and that's called Lorelei. And their other one is Traveller, and I think that's the one which sums them up on that album. But Earthwalker is so good. I'd say if you want to know what In Heart's Wake are about, they are pretty diverse. They've got you need to listen to an album all the way through, but this is the track which is this is them. Apart from the fact that they've got a guest vocalist of Joel Birch from The Amity Affliction on the second verse, but that's the staple song, and also it's the title track. So
yeah, well, he's put out the title track, and that's one that's good enough to sell albums, really.
Yeah. Although cool. It could be worse. It could be a self-titled album where they have the band's name as a song, and then that's the title track.
Well, Iron Maiden did that, so I don't think anyone can really complain about people doing that. Although most bands aren't Iron Maiden, so
yeah. But then
cool.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I won't do a tangent about Iron Maiden.
Okay, cool. So what kind of instruments, vocals do you do?
I used to do guitar starting at a young age. I wanted to do drums because I liked hitting things, but it turns out I can't work pedals and my hands at the same time, which is really annoying. I used to be into heavy grindcore sort of really stuff so some fucking Cannibal Corpse and Napalm Death, Stormtroopers of Death, that sort of stuff.
Grindlink. I'm just trying to think of grindcore bands right now. My brain's just no.
Yeah, there's so many weird names, which is cool. But I used to be a real metalhead, but then I just couldn't work, and then I think it was then I got an acoustic guitar from my granddad, and I don't know, I think it was when I started doing music in high school. I got an electric guitar and started playing that. Got guitar lessons, then I got an Ibanez, and then I formed a pop punk band, and it was very metal and pop punk mixed together, which is nice. It's kind of like Chunk No Captain Chunk and Old A Day to Remember, although their new song's pretty pop punky. And so I was the guitarist and songwriter there, and I can't sing for shit. Well, I'm better than I used to be, but I couldn't sing, so we had a vocalist in, but he was crap at writing, so I wrote everything literally, I wrote drums, I wrote bass, I wrote guitar. You know, I made a few things happen. Then moving up here, I decided that I just want to be a vocalist because guitar is just too much fucking shit to carry about. You need your pedals, you need your batteries, you need your backups, you need your leads, you need your extra leads, you need the leads into the pedals, you need the power supply, you need all that shit. Vocalist, just turn up, grab a mic and go.
Yeah, pretty simple setup for vocalists, for sure.
But I
cool.
do enjoy my guitars.
Nah, nice. Let's move on to a track that you find motivational. What is it and why does it motivate you?
I took this like in a weird way. I didn't choose the norm. I didn't fit the mold. I decided to go with Dead Weight by Heart of a Coward, a UK band. Mainly because I took the idea of inspiration and I put it into when I go to the gym, because this song, it gets you pumped, because just like the way it just fades in those drums and they sound so electronic, and then it just dun, 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 and their vocalist is so when he screams, it's like you feel like just lifting heavy things and doing the extra rep. You feel like just and then
you feel like you can do everything when you're listening to that band.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I especially love the fade out and just like the I don't give a fuck. It's just real weightlifting music, and it's motivational.
Yeah, it's awesome. There was an article in Metal Hammer, I think. This must have been when I was still getting the print issue of it, which is a long time ago.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because I've moved on to digital since then, and it's been a year and a half since then. But there was an article saying that Metal Hammer prefer Heart of a Coward's approach to the tech metal kind of polyrhythms and things like that, as opposed to, say, Periphery's attempts at wacky riffs.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's far more commercially friendly than Periphery, for example.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess it's more
I agree with it.
It's tech metal mixed with deathcore. Kind of.
Yeah.
When you look at their old stuff, Around a Girl in 80 Days, it's very just and every now and then there's a bit of thing is, it was all based around Timothy James from Hacktivist, because he used to be in Heart of a Coward, and so did Ben Marvin, but we don't talk about him.
Yeah, I don't need to mention that anymore.
Fucking white boy. Oh, he's so white. But yeah, I love, one thing I really love about Deadweight is at the start the sort of I can't describe him. It's like triplets, but it's like a machine gun. The guitar just goes. It's ooh.
Yeah.
It just makes you want to punch things. I'm talking about it, and I want to punch things. Deadweight.
Cool. Well, let's move on to the next track that you've chosen, one you've had free choice over.
Free choice again. I try to be diverse, but I love this song. It's not even new. It's a new one. It's it just really just. It's what it was the first single off of the album. It's Is Anyone Up by Eskimo Callboy. Let's just say it's off their album Buried in Vegas. It's a middle track. It was a full length album. Middle track got a nice lead up. And when I say techno intro, this is a real techno intro. And then there's a little wobbity wob, and then it just breaks down into guitars, and you're oh, this is sick. And then the synths come back in, and it's sort of poppy, but it's overly poppy, and it's so good. I'm a big fan of NSYNC or Backstreet Boys when they hit a choruses, and it's got all the the layers to it. I think it's great. So this is it's a good song because it adds the layers to it, but it's also they take the piss, similar to what was his name last week, the last guy you had on, who had the joke band, but they were so jokey that they were serious. I can't mind, but they dress in onesies on stage, and they just have fun when they perform, and the lyrics don't even, like, some of the lyrics are bullshit. Like in one of their songs, Muffin Purpagurk, there's a line, alpacas make me angry. It's just like they throw words in, but it's more about the music and the interaction, the energy that they pull, and it's just a great song. Funny story, and Is Anyone Up is about the site Is Anyone Up, where there was...
Yeah, you posted that. You posted, like, you told me that this link, like, oh, this is the song I want to talk about. So I just googled Is Anyone Up, and I was like, well, I don't really want to bring that up.
Yeah.
God damn it, Sean.
Basically, Is Anyone Up is one of those revenge porn sites. I mean, like, not a subcategory of porn. Well, that would be great. It'd make taking a really different movie. But so I just laughed at my own joke. I'm a dickhead.
God damn it.
Basically, there'd be like Danny Warsnop or whoever's the hottest guy in the band posts a selfie with his Long Johnson out, and everyone's like, "Oh, let's get this picture. Let's put it on the internet." And that's basically what it was. And then it got taken down, and that's what the song's about, because the lyrical content is about having sex with a female, filming it, and then putting it on the internet.
Yeah, it's a completely ridiculous video as well, and the lyrics are just over the top, and the contrast is just absolutely insane. The fact that they've got these ridiculous breakdowns, and they punctuate it with all these poppy elements.
I do enjoy the dance sequence. I just wish, like, when the chorus kicks in, there's like, it's a group of people dancing, and then there's the little ukulele, and he starts hitting himself over the head with it, and you know what? One thing that really irks me about that video is they just bought Mesa Boogies just for the video. They don't use them. They smashed them afterwards, which is like,
that seems a bit of a waste.
Yeah, bloody PV 6505 fanboys.
Crazy. So we finished talking about your music before, saying, yes, we got to a point. Yeah. Are there any bands you're in at the moment, or projects you're working on?
At the moment, my band, A City in Silence, at the moment it's called A City in Silence. We're going through a bit of rebranding right now. Just, like, trying to recreate the image, because they started without me. Like, not intentionally. They didn't know me. And they had a guy, and he used to inhale scream, which is the worst for this genre of music. He had a good vocal range, but they released an EP, 3 tracks with him, and they didn't like it. He got kicked out, and they've changed their ideals in their head of what they want to be as a band. So they're just changing Sound of Music. Yeah, they've bought the DVD, but they're inserting clips of Fight Club into it. They're changing their sound. They're changing their image, and it looks like they're just changing the name as well. And I'm just watching it, just like, can I write lyrics yet? Guys. Okay, cool. Sound, mate.
Cool. What style of music were they before, and what do you see them going towards?
I know it's going to sound really bad of me to say that they sounded like amateur post-hardcore. Okay. It's like they were... Some of their stuff was just so low, like, so slow. It's like, it was like... Oh, the amount of times I'm going to say it was 120 BPM, I felt. It was just very, like, tick, 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 tick. Production wasn't that, like, of the sound that they want. They want an overproduced sort of, like, woe is me style. But now they've moved to, like, North Lane and Issues and, like, very sort of, like, genty, sort of, like, I'm getting really annoyed with the amount of times I repeat certain phrases. Very overproduced, very sort of tight and just
yeah, tight polyrhythmic, like, sections and stuff like that. Cool. So leading into the next track that you've chosen, what do you find inspirational? What makes you go, this really inspires me to work on vocals, or just work on things?
Yeah, once again, I interpreted it in a different way, because I wanted to be
Okay, that's fine.
A
Just
hipster.
yeah.
I wanted to be like, check out this V-neck. Oh, look at me.
Yeah, we're not doing video, mate. So you better just talk about it.
Okay, so I'm dragging the V-neck down.
No, not that part.
Song I find inspirational is "Darling" by I Set to Kill. Now, people will be wondering, like, Sean, you're in a post-hardcore, like, sort of genty, sort of like North Lane band. Why are you into this sort of music, like generic screamo? Well, I tell you, kids, this is the song that really got me into wanting to do vocals. Mainly because when the song kicks in, it's the guy who inspired me to scream, Brandon Anderson. They've changed their style now; they're much different. But this song is just like he kicks in straight away with his vocals, like, and it's so high and just like right in your face, like. And I used to be like an elitist metalhead dick, so I used to be like, yep, metal, grindcore, corpse grinder, Cannibal Corpse, but then like I saw a female cover do this, a female YouTuber do this as a cover, and I was like, oh my god, that's badass. One, a woman screaming. Two, yeah. So I looked up a song, and when it hit me, I was just like, I want to learn how to do that. So I, just developed vocals over time, and yeah, here I am.
Ah, cool.
Rock me like a hurricane.
Cool. So they've been in the news this week.
Oh, have they?
Because their bassist's got a blood clot behind her eye, and she's in hospital now.
Jesus.
Looking to recover. So it's just like, oh no, really sad news.
Yeah, the bassist doesn't do much.
But she has been consistently there since the beginning, so...
Yeah, well, when you're in a band with your sister, it's like... I mean, look at Medina Lake.
No, thank you.
Oh, come on, they were great. They used some great old, like, generic metalcore riffs. Like, Here I Stand. It's awesome.
Yeah, fair enough.
I find that bands with siblings in them, you never usually fight. Well, they'd fight, but, like... With a sibling, you're able to just repair like that.
Unless you're Oasis, I suppose.
Yeah, but they'd been around for like,
well over 20 years.
Yeah, and I don't think the people in I Set to Kill are cunts. So.
Yeah, that's fair enough. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Let's move on to the final track you've chosen. What is it, and why is it awesome?
Final track. Why is it awesome? Well, let me tell you, David McTopham Stein.
I'm just gonna shush them.
This one is This Fire by Killswitch Engage because holy fuck, it's such a good song.
Yeah, it is.
I know, it's everything good about Killswitch Engage. It's got the riffs, it's got Howard. Right, okay. It's got Howard doing some good screaming vocals as opposed to some of
I'll accept that.
And also, it's got its soulful blackness in it on the chorus. Like, so, if I can make love to a song, I'd make love to that song.
Ah, cool. Does how has that song like bled over into the rest of your life?
It got me into metalcore. It got me into Killswitch Engage. Like when I used to watch like wrestling, and that's what I used to listen to metalcore before I listened to screamo. But yeah, I used to watch wrestling, and then like I think it was like 2008, 2007 when CM Punk was coming into the industry, and then in the game Randy Orton had his theme, and it just like the way it kicks in, it just I don't know, it all the niceness builds up inside of me, and I'm just like, yeah, I can. Once again, it's like a motivational song, but when the chorus kicks in, it's very like I don't know. I wanna make a pact. I wanna revolt against something. I don't know what, but something.
Cool. Let's move on to the final questions that I have for you. Did you know about this? I hope so.
I mean, I've listened to your show before, so...
Yeah. Same questions for everyone at the end of each show. If you could have any superpower, what superpower would it be, and which of your songs would be your theme song?
It'd be... we talk about this a lot on the Timeless podcast, mainly because I bring it up and I'm a superhero nerd. I'd like Deadpool's healing factor. Well, Deadpool and Wolverine's healing factor. Mainly because, I don't know, I think I'd be... Like, if I knew that I wasn't able to die, I'd go out and just kick ass. And it'd probably be either Dead Weight or This Fire. Just because badassness and fighting and...
Yeah, things that get you pumped for that.
Yeah.
Cool. You can only listen to one of these songs for the rest of time. Which one would it be?
Damn it! Oh, I should have prepared myself for these questions.
Yes, you should have.
God damn it, Dad! Why did you do this? Damn! I would say it's either going to be Deadweight or Earthwalkers. I'd say Earthwalkers because it's newer and more relevant to the kids.
Fair enough.
And there's more diversity because they've got Joel Birch in it, so you know.
Yeah. The more people on it, the better.
Yeah.
But,
it's better to like continuously listen to.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
You can try and listen to all the different sounds. Like, okay, so there's a bit of synth in the back there. Okay.
There's all these different elements. Woohoo! Cool. So, what is your favourite album of the moment?
Of the moment, I'd say Earthwalkers by In Heart's Wake. Mainly because it's a lot of diversity. Also, a kick-ass intro track. Some of the lyrics just really speak to you. If anyone knows the Amity Affliction bit, a lot of their songs are based on suicide and just like trying to not like committing suicide, but like saving people from suicide and like just keep moving on. In Heart's Wake, their album Earthwalkers is a lot about one track is about like a girl who died, and I think they knew her, and there was like a whole thing, but they just speak to you on different levels. Like the last track, I think it's called Mother. It just, I don't know. There's a lot of like ambient tracks which just make you just take a breath and you're just like, I am one with myself. But you've also got the kick-ass like, da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Nice. Cool. So that's going to wrap it up. Promote yourself away. Where can we find you? What do you do? And anything else?
Okay, government. I'd say as soon as possible, like the A City in Silence Facebook page before we change the name. Otherwise, you're going to lose track. But I'll keep on track with Top, and I'll just be like, yeah, so this is the new band's name. Can you put it here? Go on my YouTube, it's Sean Ellis, SEAN space ELLIS. You'll be able to find me on the Google Plus page because it's me taking a selfie. I do a lot. I do some covers. I would say I do a lot of covers. I used to try doing weekly, but every now and then I just get bored and crack something out. It's a lot of heavily screaming, but then hey, you'll find something new. You'll find nice things. Sometimes I post videos up there. I'm part of a podcast group called Titleless Podcast. We've got a YouTube channel called Terry Podcast, or if you just like search Titleless Podcast, you'll find it. We've got a Facebook page, Titleless Podcast, and if you're a member of the Rooster Teeth site, which you probably are if you're watching this video, cause, then go like our Rooster Teeth page, but like our Facebook page, and I'll follow our Twitter, Titleless Podcast, without the A, because that's where we really are. We're really on Facebook and Twitter, because there's a lot of just... you can communicate with everyone. And I say, if you're bored, you can follow me personally on Twitter. I post a heap of crap. Sean_ACIS. I'll just run you through a bunch of my tweets, which I recently made. Hey, Topham, you're shaking your head there, but I thought
I know.
I'm just like give them a taster. What if they don't like my Twitter? What if they run away? What if they?
Well,
I think that my most recent tweet. I retweet a lot of things from people.
okay.
My most recent tweet was quotation mark. Can you call me Steve? Question mark. Quotation mark. Hey Steve, sup?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Great story.
It's one of.
You can tell it again if you want.
Hey, can you call me Steve? Hey Steve, sup?
Cool, great.
It's a quote from the Achievement Hunter Live Heist. I
know.
Sometimes I just quote people because they're funny and make me laugh.
Yeah, cool. Right, on the Rooster Teeth site, you are JustSean.
Yeah, JustSean.
Okay, cool. Thanks very much for being my guest.
Thank you. I think.
Okay, cool. Right.
I want you to keep that silence in.
I'm going to.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Goodbye.
Love you, Mum.